welcome to InfoWide. Here's another video regarding the world's 10 most haunted places. And here are the following. Number 1 is Banff Springs Hotel, Alberta, Canada. What exactly is it? The Banff Springs Hotel, which built 125 years ago, was and continues to be a luxury stop for Canadian travelers. The castle in the Rockies, which is now part of the Fairmont Hotel network, has become an iconic landmark in the region's gorgeous scenery. What makes it such a creepy location to visit? Guests have described seeing a bride falling down the staircase and break her neck after her dress caught fire. The ghost of former bellman Sam Macaulay is possibly the scariest of all. When guests go to tip him, he has been seen assisting them to their room, unlocking the door, turning on the lights, and then disappearing. Number 2 is Bangar Fort, Rajasthan, India. What exactly is it? Raja Bhagwant Singh constructed a fort city in 1573 AD. The fort, which was once home to royal palaces, grand temples, bazaars, and mansions, is now an archaeological site known as the House of Ghosts. Why is it such a creepy place to visit? Long ago, a magical priest fell in love with the ruler's daughter, Ratnavati, a beautiful princess. But because his feelings were negative, he cast a love spell on her perfume. Ratnavati discovered this and threw the perfume bottle at him, which transformed into a boulder and crushed him. However, before passing away, he cursed the princess, her family, and the entire village. Bangar Fort is said to be cursed to desolation and haunted by ghosts, making it one of India's scariest locations to visit. Number 3 is the Island of Dolls, Xochimilco, Mexico. What exactly is it? A small island, south of Mexico City surrounded by the Xochimilco canals. The island, which was never intended to be a tourist attraction, is dedicated to a young girl who died there under mysterious circumstances. Why is it such a creepy place to visit? The creepy Isla de las Muñecas, or Island of the Dolls, is home to hundreds of decapitated dolls. But how did they arrive? The caretaker of the island is said to have discovered a drowned girl in the canal. Shortly after discovering her, he came across a floating plastic doll, which he hung in a tree as a mark of respect. For years, he hung more and more dolls to satisfy the spirit of the little girl. Locals have reported seeing possessed dolls move their heads, open their eyes, and even whisper to one another. What began as an innocent gesture has now evolved into one of Mexico's most terrifying attractions. Number 4 is Chateau de Brissac, Loire Valley, France. What exactly is it? Chateau de Brissac, originally built as a fortress in the 11th century, is France's highest castle, with 7 magnificent floors, 204 rooms, and its own private opera house seating 200 people. Why is it such a creepy place to visit? The giant of the Loire Valley, which has been home to the Brissac family for 5 centuries, has had many notable visitors over the years, including King Charles VII. La Dame Verte is one of the more extraordinary visitors, known as Green Lady. Her ghostly figure is frequently seen in the chapel's tower room after she was murdered by her husband, after being caught having an affair. When she's not scaring visitors with her eyes and nose, her screeching can be heard echoing around the castle. Number 5 is Hill of Crosses, Šiauliai, Lithuania. What exactly is it? A small hill in Šiauliai, North Lithuania, with over 200,000 wooden crosses. The Hill of Crosses began as a rebellion against the Russian uprising in 1831. Soviet Russia prohibited religion, and the hill was bulldozed twice during the occupation. It became a holy site for many Christian pilgrims after Lithuania's independence in 1991. Why is it such a creepy place to visit? Take a look at it. Number 6 is Hanging Coffins, Sagada, Philippines. What exactly is it? An ancient burial custom practiced by the Igorot tribe of Mountain Province in the Philippines. Why is it such a creepy place to visit? Coffins are either nailed or tied to the sides of cliffs, in a burial tradition intended to bring the deceased closer to heaven. Each coffin is only a meter long, because the corpse is buried in the fetal position, in accordance with the Igorot's belief that people should leave the world the same way they came into it. Even more horrific, savages from various tribes used to hunt for heads and bring them home as trophies. The dead were essentially buried high up, so that no one could reach them. If that isn't a haunted place to visit, we don't know what is. Number 7 is the Castle of Good Hope, Cape Town, South Africa. What exactly is it? The Castle of Good Hope, built by Dutch colonists in the 17th century, is South Africa's oldest building, and was once the site of many government operations. Why is it such a creepy place to visit? The fortress has witnessed some horrific punishments and executions over the years, prompting numerous reports of ghost sightings. The most famous of these is the Lady in Grey, a female apparition, who has been seen running around the castle crying hysterically. Surprisingly, she hasn't been seen since a woman's body was discovered during excavations. South Africa's most haunted castle is now home to 3 excellent museums and a restaurant and is well worth a visit. Number 8 is Bran Castle, Transylvania, Romania. What exactly is it? This magnificent 14th-century castle is a national monument with a terrifying reputation. Why is it such a creepy place to visit? The only castle in Transylvania that fits the description from the Gothic horror novel Dracula is Bran Castle. The story revolves around Count Dracula of Transylvania, a blood-sucking vampire, and his battle with vampire hunter Van Helsing. According to legend, evil spirits known as Staragoi act like normal people during the day, but at night their souls leave their bodies and torment locals as they sleep. Number 9 is the Tower of London, London, United Kingdom. What exactly is it? The castle, fortress, and World Heritage Site was built in 1097 and has seen over 900 years of history. The Tower of London is one of the most haunted places in the United Kingdom, inhabiting everything from regal kings to tortured prisoners. Why is it such a creepy place to visit? With such a rich history, it's no surprise that the Tower of London has a few horrifying stories to tell. Many paranormal sightings have occurred over the years. The most famous of which is Anne Boleyn, wife of the notorious King Henry VIII. Her headless body has been seen roaming the tower since she was beheaded by King Order in 1536. Not just a resting place for the dead, keep an eye out for the tower's defenders. 6 haunting. Number 10 is Door to Hell, Karakum Desert, Turkmenistan. What exactly is it? In the Karakum Desert, there is a massive gas field the size of an American football field. Why is it such a creepy place to visit? The flaming crater, known as the Door to Hell, could easily be mistaken for the entrance to the underworld. The crater was formed in 1971, when a Soviet drilling rig hit a massive underground natural gas cavern by accident. The hole was lit to prevent an environmental disaster, which resulted in poisonous fumes being released into the air. The hole is still burning after more than 40 years. For an out-of-this-world experience, camp under the stars and gaze at the crater's infernal blaze. It's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you, and until my next